open sigh as opposed to ah. Oh. Thank you very much. Nice and easy and relaxed whenever we start. We're just going to get things moving. Very good. Check in one more time. Make sure you're standing with your singer's posture. Nice and lined up. Very good. We're going to do a little bit of breath work and then we'll move into the vocal work. Can you show me your palms? You're going to take your thumbs and find those lower ribs. Thumbs on your lower ribs, fingertips touching just above your belly button. Again, your body is different size than mine, so you may have different proportions. My goal is that your fingertips are touching just about above your belly button. Your hands lay above that. My goal is that as you breathe in, you expand your belly and make those fingers come apart. Watch my body. It's very small, very subtle. I'm not blowing them way out to the sides. It's just about a centimeter or two that I'm popping out. The reason for that is that we're not breathing into our bellies. We're breathing into our lungs. You don't want to breathe into your belly, but the image of breathing into your belly leads to better singing. When you actually breathe in your belly, you get and you don't want that. You want to breathe into your lungs, not your belly. It's not a beautiful sound. But when you breathe into your lungs, you have the top can't change. Top is totally locked off no matter what you do up here, no extra space from top of your lungs. Around the sides of your lungs, you can change that because your lungs are trapped inside your rib cage and you can control your rib cage. Roll your shoulders forward and hunch over. Big rib cage or small rib cage? Small rib cage, right? Small rib cage, small lungs, small breath, small voice. Big rib cage, roll the shoulders back, nice open Superman posture, big ribs, big lungs, big voice. That's the sound we want. But we can also expand on the bottom. We have that muscle on the bottom called the diaphragm. Big flat floor on the bottom of your lungs. It's kind of like an inverted bowl. And it can flatten itself out to give you extra space on the bottom of your lungs. Problem is, there's a bunch of stuff under your diaphragm. You got your spleen and your liver and your intestines and your stomach and your guts. And those things are kind of important. You don't want to just squish and compress them. So they have to go somewhere. They can't go up because that's where the diaphragm is. They can't go down because their legs are there. And your legs are full of leg stuff. There's no extra room. So they have to go out and around. That's why we're doing this. We want to train ourselves to expand out and around 360, like you have an inner tube around the center of your core, filling up with air. One of the best analogies a coach gave me was a belt full of noses. A belt made of noses all the way around your abs and just breathe in with all those noses. You want to expand that space because you can't control the diaphragm. Don't have any actual control of that muscle. What you can do is make space and the diaphragm will drop on its own as soon as you've made that space. So your job is to make the space, your lungs will take care of the rest. So one more time, fingertips touching on the front here. Thumbs should be about on the abs. You're feeling that squishy space in between your ribs. Oh, sorry, thumbs should be about on the ribs. You should feel that squishy place between your hips and your ribs. And as you breathe in, you want those fingertips to come apart. One more time. And out. One more. And hiss this time. And you should feel some resistance in those ab muscles. Those ab muscles are working. These muscles are relaxed and loose and free. These muscles are working overtime. This is where the action happens. This is the power. This is where the power and the beauty and the tone of your voice is centered from the core. Everything comes from the core. Start and stop of the sound comes from the core, not from the throat. When I start from my throat, I can even change the tone and make it more beautiful and still do throat. You hear that? Closing off of my throat and starting with the throat. You hear that little click? When I start and stop with the core, it just fades off into the distance instead of and they'll feel it. They won't know it. Your audience won't say, I don't like how they used glottal stops on the end of every phrase and closed off with the throat instead of breathing from the core. Your audience won't say that, but they'll feel their throats tighten up while you're singing. They'll feel it sympathetically. It's very hard. It's very hard. You ever notice somebody who really kind of like needed to swallow something and just kind of clear their throat? They're talking to you and you're like, God, just clear your throat, please. Oh my God, my throat feels so gross. My mom does that all the time. So please, please, please think of focusing the sound here. This is where all the work happens. The neck is nice and relaxed. So as you're breathing out on that hiss, you should feel those muscles working. You can press in against them and see if there's some resistance. Put your hands back there. This time we're pulsing. We're gonna go and the goal is that you feel those abs work every time you start and stop while your neck and throat is nice and free and relaxed. Watch me once. versus you don't want the throat turned on at all. You want just the core. Breathe in deep. Let it all out.